mix down. We gonna mix that. We gotta mix down. Mix down. Gonna mix down. We gonna mix down. We gonna mix down.
All right. Welcome to the Mix Down. I am your host, the man, the myth, the legend, J Beyond Wise. And I got my co-host with me, man. Introduce yourself, man. Go ahead.
It's your boy Eddie, the artist. You already know, the hottest rapper in Baltimore. Y'all got you.
All right, and today we got a special guest with us today, man. The general himself, man.
Yodi, man.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Yodi Man in the house, man. And we are here live at the Coyoteman Show Network at Security Square Mall. Thank you for joining in with us, man. And look, we're going to get right into it. Like, let's first talk about them Ravens, man. My Ravens, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man, that loss we took, man. But look, we got to get back into it. We got the Patriots this Sunday. This is why we're doing the show today, because last Sunday we was doing the show, and, I think the Ravens, our team needed us with them, so that's why we're doing it here today.
Come on.
So, hey, we get this out the way and then make sure we take care of the Patriots and everything. But it just seemed like last Sunday, man, we fell asleep on defense, man.
Oh, wow.
The offense was there, but the defense was like, hey, look, we got this in the bag. Hey, Lamar did his thing out there.
He did his thing.
I think they forgot Tyreek Hill got traded to the Dolphins. They thought he was still with the Chiefs. But hey, we gonna get him this time. That's what we do. We gotta bounce back, and I got faith in my purple, Hey, and Lamar, he want that contract, get that money right and everything. And I wish you'd have took the GoFundMe that we had set up for him and everything. But other than that, man, moving on to other sports news, man. I just saw a report too on social media from CBS Sports, man, about the Orioles. Man, they're trying to sell the Orioles.
He's trying to sell the Orioles?
Yeah, man. So what I'm hearing is that, or what I read up was that the brothers are having a feud between each other that, forget Angelo's brother's name, but anyway, they took over the management of the team since the father, he's up in age, Peter Angelo's 91 years old. But, hey, he left it to the sons, and one of the sons want to move it down to Tennessee where his wife works, and the other son was saying, hey, you undermined it, Ma, who's in on it as well, to try to move the team, and it's a big mess right now. And I said, why would this come up after the team is doing so well right now?
Well, they got to bring the Coyotes up here, man.
Yeah, right, man. I went to the Pittsburgh game, man, and at the Pittsburgh game, it was fans in the seat. We did the wave, and that wave went around the stadium, I say at least 4 or 5 times. I was like, wow, man. Normally at a baseball game, you see that wave go around maybe one time or twice, but it just kept going, generating more energy. I was like, here it comes. It was like a tsunami in the stadium. So, I just hope that the O's definitely stick around, man, and especially we playing good ball, man. We're 4 games out of the playoffs.
Come on.
Man. So I would definitely love to see my O's, make it to the playoffs and hey, take the World Series again. But moving on to other news, man. How was y'all week, man? How was your week, Eddie?
My week was good.
Okay.
School was tragic.
Oh man. Go ahead, let it out, vent a little bit. Look.
So it's like I had a bunch of hitters in school,
Well,
a bunch of people, I try to have a great year this year.
Okay.
Stay out of drama.
Okay. Well, hey, you stay out of drama and, you looking forward to moving on and going to college, you know what I'm saying? Get that scholarship and everything. But, what we do? We got to rise above the hate, you know what I'm saying? And I was telling you, a little combo we had over, sometimes you just got to turn that negativity off, you know what I mean? Like, your ear, boom, I don't even say it. Put the horse blinders on to that positive road.
Right.
And that positive light, especially in school.
That's
you know
why
what
we
I mean?
got.
And just like in boxing, you know what I mean? You could do it with conversations. You got to bob, weave, slip the, the drama that they throwing at you in order to, to stay online and stay on goal with what you're trying to do. So you got a birthday coming up. You got a family birthday. Let's get that birthday shout out, man.
Shout out my little cousin, Davion. His birthday is today.
Okay. Happy birthday, Davion. How old is Davion turning, man?
Not even sure. Probably like 6'5". Hey, see that little boy is growing up so fast.
That's how it happens, man. That's how it happens. So moving on to other things, man. I definitely we got Coyote here, man. And look, the podcast. If you want a podcast, man, you come on down here, and this is the man to holler at.
Come on.
Acting lessons, photography. Sanji on the boards over here. She does an excellent job with the photography work, man. So with the shows they got up, man, I was here on BTW, Baltimore Kings of Comedy. They're here on Wednesdays, man, with their show, and I tuned into what's up with that, man.
What's up with that? Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, man, how long you been doing it here, Coyote?
We've been doing it here for about a year and a half, but we've been doing this for years, man.
Yeah.
You know, we was on ABC, we was on Fox 45, This TV, doing the Coyoteman sketch show, and we decided to start our own network, bring it to Security Mall, Next Step Warehouse, you know, so that we can do movies and everything we want to do.
Yeah, man.
There, you know.
Awesome, man. Especially when I came through and saw this, man, I was like, whoa, blown away. So if you're out there, you're watching this, man, come on down, check it out, and I'm telling you, you'll be like blown away like I was myself.
Thanks for having me on the mix down.
Yeah,
we
man.
On the mix down.
Hey,
we
man,
on the mix.
Down, we on the mix down, we on the mix down, mix down. Hey, look, I want to also give a shout out to Mr. Sophista for the gospel drip, man. We know me on Sundays, man. He hooked me up with some of this DMV nights, man. I'm telling you, this thing right here needs to come with a disclaimer, for real. If you're married and everything, this is gonna keep the relationship together. If you're out there single, you know what I mean? Hey, you know, hey, watch what it comes with. It needs a disclaimer on this thing, man. I'm telling you, this
That's
thing.
how awesome it is. What is it called?
Man, it's called DMV Nights. Mr. Sylvester, man. He's down here on Sundays, man. I'm telling you, the brother will hook you up, man.
Mr. Sylvester with the deep voice.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir, man. When I saw this thing, man, I was like, look at it, man. I was like, yo, it's like some secret potion types right here. The way it's mixed up. But, hey, man, I put that on, man. It got things. Hey, got my love life back on track.
Ladies might fell in love.
The Gospel Drip.
That's the type of stuff to
It's an excellent show, you know. Much love to Monique and Sylvester. They be doing that thing, you know, just like what's up with that, you know. You know, pushing. We got our gospel side, our spiritual side of this company too. You know, we got the Baltimore Boys. You know, we got We Are Us. You know, so everybody is pretty much, you know, whether regardless of what side you in, regardless, you know, because we don't sect claim around here. We don't Muslim Christian claim around here. You know, we just followers of God. You know, that's
absolutely,
what's up, you know?
and that's what, like I said, I loved about this place, man. It just brings us all together in unity. You know,
that's what it's about.
I mean, non-denomination, but we just came together. You know,
that's right.
As a
Welcome
family.
to the kingdom.
Yep. So anyway, moving on, we wanted to get on the entertainment portion of it, and last night I got to see The Woman King.
Come on.
And with that, how everybody, you know, I was like, what made me really definitely push me to the theaters to see it was like, I heard, you know, rumors of people wanting to boycott it as well. But we're going to dig a little bit deeper into that once we come back from break. And as we on entertainment real quick, any shows coming up, I definitely want to get one show that, send your flyers, because you can send it to Coyoteman Show Network online. /chat or Coyoteman Show Network online, and then you can also, as you're tuning in on Facebook, we're on Roku and Amazon Fire TV.
Come on.
Come on. I know Sanji gonna bite my head off out here. Coyoteman online. Take the shot. Coyoteman online. So yeah, send your flyers for the show if you got a gig coming up. I know the Baltimore Kings of Comedy have a show coming up. I don't have the date on it right, but you will see the flyer on the Coyoteman Show Network.
Yeah.
Also, there is another show, Halloween party up in Aberdeen. Shout out to Jamil Gaston or iMusic Portal in Aberdeen. If you want to learn piano, he teaches piano lessons. If you need a DJ for a party, he DJs. And he also is doing Halloween party. Halloween up there in Aberdeen. So we will definitely have this flyer and also do an interview with him, you know, when we get closer to the event. So with that, man, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break and be back with you, and we're gonna dive over the deep end about this Woman King, you know, controversy. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Hey, we on the mix down. We on the mix down. We on the mix. We on the mix down. We on the mix. We on the mix down. We on the mix. We on the mix down. We on the mix down. Hey, hey, hey.
We must secure our families. KFG Life Insurance Specialist is a company that partnered with 15 of the top life insurance companies to ensure you get the best pricing, knowledge, and products to suit your family needs. Some people believe that term insurance is better than whole life insurance, while others feel the complete opposite. Some may feel like universal life is the way to go, and others may feel it's better to have a whole life policy. The truth is, neither of the products are better. One just may be more suitable for your family. Our life insurance specialists are not biased, as they are partnered with several life insurance companies. This ensures our clients get the best pricing, education, and products that are suitable for their families. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist make these decisions easier for you and your family. Our office is located at Security Square Mall, next to Burlington, in the Coyoteman Show Network. Please call to make an appointment at 443-400-5224 or go to www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. That's www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist help you prepare your family in the present, because the future is not promised. Act now.
Mix.
We on the mix
Mix down.
We on the mix.
Mix.
We on the mix
Mix down.
We on the mix.
Mix.
We on the mix down. We on the mix.
Get 'em.
We on the mix down. We on the mix.
Hey, welcome back to the Mix Down. Live from the Coyoteman Show Network at Security Square Mall. And like I told you, hey, coming back, like I said, we still have our special guest, the General Coyoteman, the Yote Man, and Eddie the artist with us.
What's
And
going on, Eddie?
as I promised, we was gonna go back into the Woman King. Like I told you before, I got a chance to see it last night, and overall, I thought it was a good movie, and I definitely love to support our black actors, and especially with Viola Davis and her crew doing the production on this. You know what I'm saying? Bringing money to the box office and everything. But it's a big controversy against it, and some are boycotting it because the inaccurate facts that were told in this story. So going with that, did you get the chance to see it, Coyote?
Yeah, I thought it was a excellent movie from an entertainment standpoint, right? I don't technically, even though I understand why people would want to boycott it, I don't think we at the level now that we should be boycotting things. Because we're in a position where we don't have anything, right? So, like, say if we was another culture that said, listen, you got to represent our story the correct way. The king, what was it? The Godfather Harlem wasn't represented the right way. Like, nothing, when somebody is telling our story, most of the time it's not going to be represented the right way. Okay. It's to fit a certain narrative. Right now they trying to demasculate the man. So while they trying to do that, they trying to show you all the strong girl warriors. And show more of a meeker man. You got to know but the reason why I say you shouldn't boycott it, because it's studying time. While somebody still have this power, you don't have the power to put out your own narrative. You need to study what's going on, because you could boycott it and it's still the people that go and see it are still going to be follow that narrative. So somebody needs to see it to understand what's going on and what exactly are you trying to do. You need to know what the enemy is trying to do. I totally agree. So attack against masculinity, you're an enemy.
That's
so
how you weaken your opponent.
Anybody attacks masculinity is an enemy. So when somebody say, well, who's the enemy you talking about? If you're attacking masculinity, you're an enemy. If you're attacking femininity, you're an enemy. If you attack the nature in which we was brought up in, if you attack the nature that we was designed to be, you are an enemy.
Got it.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So when you see, they know that the number one thing that hurts boys growing up, that what makes them most likely to end up in jail, most likely to have a poor life, most likely not to be happy, right? It's fatherlessness.
Yes.
Right? So if that's so, that means the lack of masculinity will destroy your children.
And that's what they say. Like when you grow up in a home without a father, that the son is more likely to be incarcerated. The woman, the girl is more likely to bear a child at an early age.
That's right.
And you know, you get all these problems by not having the male masculinity.
So
in the
what
household.
would be the goal? If that is true, what would be the goal of attacking masculinity? It's no such thing as toxic masculinity. What it is a such thing of is masculinity imbalanced. It's a such thing as femininity imbalanced. It's a such thing as negative imbalance, positive imbalance. So for example, if a group of people was going to come in to kill your wife, and you was to say, oh no, I can't protect my wife because killing is bad, you're positively imbalanced. But if they come in there and kill your wife, and you said, since they killed my wife, I'm gonna kill everybody on the block, you're negatively imbalanced. But in the car, you can't get down the street without having a negative charge and a positive charge.
And that's what,
It's not negative that's evil. Matter of fact, it's the negative in your relationship that sustains positive. Because if you didn't go through certain things in your relationship, you wouldn't be able to sustain positive.
That's how the universe works, and that's magnetism right there. The theory of magnetism, you know, opposites attract. So with that though, like you said, everything you said, man, just I would say this, it made me, looking at the movie and hearing all the feedback, and it made me want to do more research, because before I did Die Homie, like I was like, you know, hey, if it ain't in my everyday, which is work, like if something's got to bring it to my attention. So I do am thankful for the movie for that, because it made me like want to explore and dig more into it and learn.
I
and like I
agree
said, and wake up and a lot. It's doing a lot. Others out here doing the same thing. Like, hey, you get more and more reviews on it, and everybody's waking up and doing their research and finding out about this. So how about you, Eddie? Like after hearing this, have you seen it yet?
Nah, not yet.
Okay, would you see it now?
I would.
Okay,
Just to see what it's about.
Okay.
Should see it.
Yeah.
You should see it. I don't even think we in a boycotting phase. I think this phase of what I would call Black America, we're in a building phase. You know, I can't expect to come on your platform and share my narrative, right? Because it's your platform. You're controlling the platform. So of course you want to show your narrative. Of course you want to show yourself in a better light, show my culture in a negative light. So every time they show marriages where they was picked, I forgot where they was picked ahead of time, where the father actually picked a mate, right? They show it in a negative light because that's not their culture. That's
like
our
Coming
culture.
to America.
Yeah, that's our culture. So it's always shown bad because they control the narrative.
Yeah.
Well, if you own the platform, you control the narrative. So I don't think boycotting is the answer. I believe building something for yourself, doing something for yourself is the answer. Even if the only thing you could do is little music. YouTube videos. If the only thing you can do is build a website and send people there. It has to be a way to control your narrative. I can't be upset with a man that don't want me to be a certain way on his job, in his kingdom, you know, in his movie complex, right? I have to build one of my own. If we don't build something of our own and then support that, you know, people ain't going to boycott. People going to get what they want to get. So telling people to boycott stuff, they're not doing it. You know, only people that's going to boycott is people wasn't going to see it anyway. Bottom line, until we get culture and respect for ourselves. Once we get culture and respect for ourselves, and we can produce our own music, we can produce our own movies, and we have the way of distributing them, then it's going to get to the point where somebody say, I'm not doing that movie because it's a bad representation of my people, because your people have something to fight for.
Right. Now let me ask you this, Coyote. Now, would that be a way of like shooting ourselves in the foot by like, you know, if it's a successful boycott, and bring the numbers down at the box office, where Hollywood can say, well, see, this is why we don't want Black actors in leading roles, because you know, hey, you boycott or you're not, you know, bringing numbers to the box office. That's why Hollywood was, you know, a certain way before to what it is now. Whereas though, hey, we're showing that, hey, yes, we can bring those numbers to the box office with our stories and everything. And one thing Viola Davis did pay homage to, she said if it wasn't for Black Panther, the movie doing so successfully, so well, that this movie probably wouldn't have been made.
And the thing is, it's like this. Yes, once again, as long as somebody is controlling the narrative, the facts is not going to be accurate, right? If I don't like you. So if I made The Godfather of Harlem, but I don't like the nation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to write it in a way to make it seem this way. But, I mean, I can't be upset with that because you control the pen. You control the narrative. You're controlling the lens that we actually looking through.
Yeah.
You know, if we were so upset, if you was 100% dissatisfied, you would bring about 100% change. So if you're so dissatisfied with somebody telling your story the wrong way, you're going to team together and build a way of your own. Until you do that, boycotting it, that's nothing. You know, that's ridiculous. You stopping these actors from working. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Am I going to attack the actor that's working, or I'm going to attack us as a community to the point where we need to get together collectively and build something of our own? That's the bottom line.
Amen. I love it, brother. I love it. Yes, definitely. So coming up, man, what do we have coming out next? You know, Eddie, you got any shows coming up, man?
Got some from in February.
Okay,
No,
yeah. So
show.
we planning some shows to come out in February, and then also. Go ahead.
Got mute. So we actually have a talent show and connections actually on October.
Okay.
In October, but we trying to
Okay.
figure out what we want to do about
And I think we mentioned that before. We're trying to form this talent show, and as that more develops more, we will definitely keep you posted here on the Mixdown. So that's why tune in if you can, man. And we're going to try to keep this thing going every Saturday, at least, you know, so we can definitely, like I said, root our team on the Ravens. And also, hey, Yodi, so you know, you got the Kingdom and everything that's on Wednesday nights, man. So what's coming up?
Well, the Kingdom, just to let everybody know, we do a show, The Kingdom, and we also do Relationships Don't Bust My Head. And it's all building the kingdom. But the relationship side of it is we believe that you have to build a family first.
Yes, sir.
Before you can actually work on the kingdom. So they pretty much connected. The kingdom is more spiritual. The relationship is to kind of like go into what is separating us.
Okay.
Go into what we don't understand about nature, and we go at relationships from a natural standpoint, so people can understand why their relationships don't work.
Gotcha.
You know, and that's the focus of the show, letting you understand if you really want happiness, this is what it takes to be happy.
Okay.
And we realize that people really don't want happiness. We just say these words because if you wanted happiness, you could actually have it. That don't mean that you're not going to have struggle, but because struggle was ordained. You know, it's like just living. You know,
part of growth,
it's a part of growth. But you can have happiness in your relationship if you really wanted it. If you was really planning, if your relationship was important to you, you would constantly go over what makes the other person happy. Y'all would have meetings the same way they meet at a job to make a job successful. The reason why the job is successful because they're constantly having these meetings to make sure that the job is running the way it's supposed to run. Other than that, if you let your relationship just go on autopilot, it's gonna crash into a wall.
And that's all part of communication.
Yeah.
You got to be masters of communicating.
You have to be master of communicating. You got to be willing to communicate. See, people that try to avoid conflict, right? Is setting themselves up for destruction. You avoid conflict. You know that this elephant is in the room.
Right.
But instead of you constantly working on that elephant in the room and coming to
sweep it under the rug.
Because you don't really want to deal with it.
Yeah.
And while you're not dealing with it, it's building bacteria. It's like a disease in your body. It's building bacteria. You think it's cool because you don't got to talk about it.
Yeah.
But it's building something that you can't see, and the unseen is much greater than the seen.
Yeah.
So this big cancer is developing your relationship. One of your members, you think everything is cool. You wonder your person is dying. You don't even know what's taking place. Why?
Yeah.
They already had the conversation. Y'all still had the same issue. So until this issue has reached a compromise, have reached some type of understanding, has reached some type of balance, that issue will become strong, and it will be strong by your own might because you're the one that avoided it.
This is why I love this brother over here, man. He is passionate about solving these issues that we have here, you know, in America, especially in relationships and everything. When he touches it, man, he diving deep, brother, with knowledge, man, Jules, man. So with that, man, you also have Armor Day Shout out to brother Armaday. That
Ramsey. My brother, Uncle Shelton.
Shelton, shout out. Hey.
And Uncle Shelton is a straight up common sense. He come from a common sense avenue. A great brother, one of the greatest brothers I know. Ramsey, my brother, he's a scientist. Me and him is almost like I say twins. If I'm in trouble, he in trouble. You know what I'm saying? If I'm thinking right, he thinking right most of the time. But he helps me because we go through this stuff. We dissect these words. We dissect words that people use every day, like love and spirit and demons and all this stuff that we use every day. We just throw around this talk all the time. Ghosts. We throw around this stuff like as a reality, but nobody want to really discuss it. We say little things like be careful what you say, because what you say can manifest, but nobody actually goes into the elements of why that is true. There's no spooky reason of the reason why stuff manifests. It manifests because out your mouth comes atoms. Out your thought is electricity. Your electricity spark the atoms.
Yep.
Now your will start bringing into existence what you want to actually bring into existence, or your will will bring into existence what you say, because the army in your body, all your cells work for you. So if you say, man, we're gonna have a terrible day, your cells say, okay, yes sir, we gotta work hard to give you that terrible day. If you say we're gonna have a good day, they say, yes sir. Sooner or later you start getting things brought into your orbit that you normally wouldn't get into your orbit. If you have a woman that looks at you as her husband, and you teaching her, and she listens and she looks at you like, wow, that knowledge is boom, boom, boom. God will give you more knowledge. Yeah. Because the universe only produces what you need. Yep. Absolutely. And if you got somebody that don't listen to you, you stay in the circumstances you are because you don't have nothing. You don't have no reason to get any more of this. So it's just like this stuff is really more simplistic than what we make it. And we talk about all these things to try to show people the simplisticness, the simpleness of what you say you believe. Right. When somebody say, oh man, these ghosts, I was scared this ghost was going to get me. I was scared, this ghost. And we know, and the young man knows, the young man knows that he ain't worrying about no ghosts in his daily life. That's not where his problems are. And then you got to ask the question, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that some of the stuff that you have encountered haven't been spooky, but you just don't understand what you have encountered. Because think about this thought. Where was all the ghosts during the transatlantic slave trade? Where was all the ghosts during the Holocaust? Where was all the ghosts when we dropped the atomic bomb on Japan? You mean not one ghost was like, yo, let's get together and,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And do something about this. I don't appreciate none of this.
But you know what? Hey, speaking about ghosts, man, I just saw too, man, Ghostbusters is coming out.
All right.
Yeah, man, they bring it back to New York, man. It's called the Firehouse Ghostbusters. I saw that preview up on social media as well, man. I hope it's true, man, because the one they did last year, it was better than the one they did with the all-women cast. I think they made it too comedy-ish with the all-women cast, and this one they did it with the kids, and I thought it was pretty dope, And they paid homage to Egon, because he really passed in real life.
Oh,
and,
man.
Yeah, that's a little spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but yeah, they're supposed to bring that back. It did well, and I'm happy. I grew up on Ghostbusters, man.
Yeah, I like
we used to act like
too.
we had proton packs and everything in the basement and all that, along with the wrestling belts, cardboard wrestling belts.
Cardboard wrestling belts I was down with. I'm not too down with the proton packs. As a little boy, I understood that was radiation.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wasn't about that life. Wasn't about.
You know anything about Ghostbusters, Eddie?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
I watched it before.
Okay, yeah, man. So yeah, that was my jam right there, man. So, but so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. And as I should have wrapped it up before the screens ran out on this, but it's all good, Hey,
that's what it is. That's what it is.
So
that's what it is.
Hey, we'd like to thank you all for tuning in to the Mix Down. Like I said, live here from the Coyoteman Show Network at Security Square Mall. Tune in to us next Saturday as well. And we're gonna mix it down some more, chop it up.
We on the mix down.
Thank you. Love you. Peace.
on the mix
love to the universe and positivity.
On the mix. We on the mix down. We on the mix. We on the mix down. We on the mix. Man, go ahead and take it out of here, man.
Mix, we on the mix. Tell them where to find you. Mix IG. Eddie the artist.
Yeah.
Tell them where to find you.
What?
Coyote Man.
Yeah.
IG.
Yeah.
Man.
It's the network.
The network.